I think this is one of the greatest fights ever in the history of baseball. I just remember this as a kid, and like the world shook. This was Game 3 of the 2003 playoffs in the American League, and this is basically Pedro versus the entire world. So we'll go back real quick. Pedro hits Kareem Garcia. This is revenge for Jorge Posada hitting an RBI off of him. Boom.
Whoa.
Boom.
Whoa.
Was that what? Did that hit him in the back, like the back of like the neck?
Yes,
situation?
in the back.
And it made contact?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Or did he dodge it? Okay.
It ricocheted right off of him, and Kareem is not having it. Look at those cheeks. Those fat cheeks.
Yeah.
It looks
Big
like
League
got
Chew
snuff in
cheeks
it.
are what those
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
It looks like he's chewing Big League Chew on one side and tobacco on the other side.
Yeah, he's chewing candy right now while he's giving Pedro Martinez a death stare.
I love that fucking pointing at the head like I'm gonna fucking beat you.
Well, that's because Jorge basically was like, as revenge, Kareem Garcia ran into the second baseman of the Red Sox, and then like they went, and then he got out, and then Jorge came on the field, and they started cursing each other off. Apparently, Jorge, according to Pedro Martinez, said something about Pedro's mom, and that's what happened. He's like, oh yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to remember that, okay? You don't talk about my mom like that.
That's what he says happened.
That's what he said happened. That's not what happened.
So
now he's throwing at Manny.
So Clemens throws high and tight to Manny, yeah.
So they're holding Manny back. Manny's not having it.
Yeah, he almost swatted at the umpire.
And there's Ortiz holding Manny back.
Yeah.
I feel like Ortiz could hold anybody back.
He could.
He's a big boy.
Now look.
Oh, he
just such a Humpty Dumpty.
Uncle Don.
Oh man.
Just takes such a tumble. Yeah.
Even as a Yankee fan, that is funny.
It's
but,
hilarious.
You have to ask yourself, what was he thinking? Because like I met Pedro in real life about 6 or 7 years ago, and he looked like he could still pitch. Like he's jacked. Yeah. And like, what was this dude thinking? Like thinking you're gonna stick on Pedro?
He was thinking it was in 1955. Don Zimmer was like, it's 1955. I'm still playing for the Dodgers. I'm still in great shape. I haven't been using the Babe Ruth diet my whole life. I'm not a roly-poly. I look like a Star Wars character that would be an extra for Jabba the Hutt. That's what Don Zimmer looks like.
Doesn't he look like the old version of what would have been Anakin, by the fire, like the old guy they show at the very end?
The original actor.
A little bit.
Where they take the helmet off of Darth Vader's head and they just see just like a bloated corpse. Yeah, that's basically Don Zimmer.
Sebastian Shaw for you nerds.
Yeah. The Venn diagram of nerds and sports fans who are both going to get that reference. I don't know. I was taking a risk there.
We all took a risk. We all went real hard into the nerdom.
What was that part? Let's watch that part with the guy in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to watch the guy in the bullpen?
I want to see the guy in the bullpen and the robot cop with the bike helmet on, if you notice, with the blue
Okay, so yeah, we're going to go back a little bit. Basically, what happened was a fan jumped into the Yankees bullpen, and it was just like, probably talking a lot of shit, calling him a fairy, being like, yeah, fairies, yeah, whatever, just Goodwill Hunting Boston
different
nonsense.
F word.
It probably was a different F word. It definitely was a different F word. Yeah, so he jumped in. Basically, he jumped into the bullpen, and he got arrested right away. He got ejected right away. No one's having it.
Now, was it a fan or a groundskeeper? I don't remember the story.
It was a fan. It was a fan that jumped in.
And Kareem Garcia got...
I would love to see a groundskeeper attack a player. He comes after him like a rake and some seeds.
I mean, I'm sure he's a groundskeeper in real life. I'm sure that's his real occupation is a groundskeeper. Right. I mean, either that or he works for UPS. He's not killing it at life. Yeah. He's not the guy that's getting drunk and jumping into a bullpen of a professional baseball team doesn't have a lot to live for. So I'm pretty sure he's got a minimum wage at McDonald's. And then he's going back to his buddies right now being like, yo, did you see me, bro? Did you see me? I wasn't going to let those Yankees have it.
They were going to cuff him, and then they didn't. And now they're walking away. And then there's that robot-looking police officer with the sash or whatever. He's got this X spike suit on. I don't know. Like he's going to hop in a Schwinn.
You know what's also crazy? It needs to be said, nobody got ejected from the game. Nobody got ejected from the game. They literally,
like I said, Brian, this was the early 2000s. You could do stuff like that back then.
Right. You literally watched a guy just hobble an old man. Just take an old man by his ears, twist him, throw him to the ground. This guy rolled. That's why it's so hilarious to me, because Don Zimmer's crazy ass is just hobbling over to a professional baseball player trying to fight him, and Pedro just sidesteps and is like, nope, and then just like twists him like a dreidel.